Hey, what's up, everyone? My name's Lionel. I'm your host for LT Productions, and you are watching another edition of Speak Up. I appreciate everyone for coming to my channel. Today, we're going to be talking a little bit more heavy drama. We'll start out a little bit light with Mr. Damon Dash. We also got to talk about the Real Housewives, Kelli Ferrell's husband, Mark, coming saying that he wants justice. We have something from Kiki Wyatt's son calling her out for exploitation and homophobia. We got to talk about Funky Dineva and Kelly Price and how they are going after the black communities, the working class, and then Funky Dineva is going after the working class. Everybody that's the audience, they gotta take a dig at. And we gotta talk about Martell Holt and Melody Cherie Rogers from Love and Marriage Huntsville. She is claiming abuse. Please like this video, subscribe, share it, and you can leave your comments below. Let's get into this. So, let's go on and speak up. All right. So, I'm going to start out a little bit light so that we can get to a place. There's going to be a lot of probably, I'm going to go off, but I'm not going to just be all crazy and belligerent with whatever I have to say. So Damon Dash, he's filed for bankruptcy. And I got the article right here in People magazine. Damon Dash files for bankruptcy as he claims he's $25 million in debt and has just $4,350 to his name. Damon Dash has filed for bankruptcy. The music executive and entrepreneur, 54, filed for Chapter 7 bankruptcy in Florida on Thursday, September 4th, listing his total liabilities at $25.3 million, according to the court documents obtained by People. Dash, who co-founded Rockefeller Records with Jay-Z and Kareem Burke in 1994, listed his monthly income as zero and says he does not own a house, car, or any electronics. Save for his $500 bill cell phone, he said that his personal assets, including his phone, 2 guns, clothes, and $100 in cash, are worth $4,350. The document also says that Dash's domestic support obligations, that's where it is. That's where the bankruptcy comes in at. The document says Dash's domestic support obligations are more than $647,000, and he owes the government $19.1 million in taxes and other debts. Dash owes hundreds of thousands to his ex-wife, Rachel Roy, with whom he shares daughters, Ava, 25, and Tallulah, 17. As well as Cindy Morales, the mother of his son, Lucky, 21, and Linda Williams, mom to his son, Boogie, 33. So all these years of you having this record company and everybody knows you, you have 4 children out there and you've been a deadbeat dad, even when you had the riches that are allegedly gone. Dash said that he owed a possible but unknown amount from Burke, with whom he co-founded Rockefeller. The day after he filed for bankruptcy, Dash posted a screenshot of a news headline about his filing to Instagram. Now let's go to work. Hashtag stay tuned. He captioned the post. On the day he filed, he shared a video to Instagram talking about his health struggles while spending time with his 4-year-old son, Dusko, whom he shares with his fiancée, Raquel Horn. Wow. I just want to thank everyone that checked in on me. He said, noting he recently undergone successful eye and teeth surgery. Dash previously opened up about his money struggles in an Instagram video shared in August of 2024, in which he said that he was curious to see how it all rolls out. Somebody asked me how I got so broke investing in my dreams. When you're investing in your dreams and you dream big, you're always gonna be broke. In 2024, the New York state government purchased Dash's 1/3 share of Rockefeller at an auction for $1 million in an attempt to recoup the nearly $9 million he owes in back taxes. The New York Post reported, the outlet reported that Dash was previously listed as the 27th most tax delinquent New York resident. That is a lot. Oh my God, somebody really has named you. The New York Post did this to you. They embarrassed you, sir. You said that you were following your dreams, so none of your dreams is about making sure your bills are paid, making sure your children are taken care of. None of that. But you were running up behind Aaliyah. You've been having all these wars about who was in love with her, da 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 da. But you ran up all of this. That is so crazy. But you had time to get your teeth and your eyes medically, whatever. You had surgery on them. Are these the same teeth where you had nothing there and they were falling out? That's crazy, y'all. That's crazy. You're living in New York with $4,300 to your name, meaning you have zero income. So does that mean that your fiance, whom you had a baby with, so I guess you have 5 children, is supporting you? Crazy. Yeah, the children are now adults, but you did nothing for them while they were, well, I don't know what exactly you did, but obviously you owe a whole lot of money back in child support that you did not pay. So chasing your dreams means neglecting your obligations. It don't work like that. It don't work like that. As soon as I saw that you owed this stuff in child support, I said, but possibly because this was the only way to get you out of whatever was going on with you and the IRS. So you said you had to file this bankruptcy, but it's leaving everybody else still with nothing. I think that you need to do what Elvin did, Jeffrey Owens. Go get a job at what was it? Whole Foods. I'll just say Whole Foods. It was someplace else, another one of those markets. Go there, because this is pathetic. Now, people have hard times and all that, but I just think that for someone who could have managed their money and managed their priorities a lot better, you failed at that. And now everyone is suffering, has been suffering because of you. Oh, that's crazy. But whatever. Y'all can tell me what you think of Mr. Dash and his spending habits and all that good stuff. Let me see. Do I got this Mark Ferrell? Mark Ferrell, who is Kelli Ferrell's ex-husband, who is now currently on the Real Housewives of Atlanta, had a bunch to say. He says that he's been lied on. There's a lot of defamation. He's ready to sue Bravo because without his clearance, he says that Bravo showed his children. And all this good stuff. Kelli was lying, da-da-da-da-da. So he's ready to sue. And he wants vindication from all the lies that were said. Okay. So listen to this clip. Okay, so he's talking about he never gave permission and all this good stuff for his children to be on TV. Kelli was awarded primary custody and will have the right to make any decisions regarding the child's education and non-emergency health care. Or is this? Yeah, Kelli Ferrell. Yeah, so I don't know. Now, possibly when they were still going on a divorce, is that something that he's talking about? Do I really think he got a case? No. What it is that I'm seeing the same type of personality that's popping up everywhere. I'll call it, in a spiritual sense, a spirit that's popping up. We're seeing it in men, but women can possess this too. And it's has a lot to do with this narcissism that we're talking about, but it's an evil spirit. We're seeing it in so many others. We'll be talking about him a little bit later. Martell Holt, he's one. And we know Ralph, Drew Sidora's husband. Right? Is it still husband? I think it's still husband. They have not even been divorced yet. Crazy. Yeah, we see it popping up all the time. Kelli done told us the horrors, some of the horrors of what has happened in that marriage. And of course, he wants to come out saying lies and all that. But if she got to have a security guard with her, don't. Sir, we know what you're about. You did an interview with Tasha K. I didn't even listen to it. I knew you did one. But I already said what I need to say about Tasha K. She's male identified, so she'll run to see. Of course, people should have a chance to tell their side. I really get that. It's just, you know how certain people move, you know what's up. You know what's up. And it's probably not fair that he doesn't get the same platform as Kelli to tell his side of the story. I get that. I understand that to a little degree, but yeah. There was some stuff that was said that Kelli was doing, spending the church money basically that was supposed to be for like a business loan and all that good stuff. I remember hearing that on Scotty by Nature's channel. He had played a part of the interview there. And just spinning it up and trying to live this type of life that was really supposed to go towards the business, you know. I'm not going to say I don't doubt that. I'll just say that much. However, for you, Mark, something about you just screams this narcissism, and you're doing whatever you can to snuff her out. If you threaten her life already, you're going to do whatever you can to damage her. And God has to deal with you. Nobody can, there's not any amount of talking. It takes some deliverance, and I mean to say stuff in a more spiritual sense. There's going to have to be a deliverance for you, sir. So y'all can tell me what y'all think about this whole Mark situation. I don't know if he has a chance. However, he's got black lawyers just running up the bill, or maybe got a retainer, whatever, but we shall see. Okay. We got to deal with something pretty heavy. This is Keke Wyatt's son. Keke Wyatt's son, his name is Raja K. Morton. I don't even know if I'm saying his name. Raja, R-A-H-J-A-H, Key Morgan. He spoke out on TikTok the other day and about how his mother was exploiting him for his illness, and also blaming what he has going on because he's gay. Take a look at this clip. I don't know what's going on over there in the White House, but I'm going to read you what Vibe magazine had to say. Keke Wyatt's son says singer called his cancer karma and exploited his illness for attention. Raja is now cancer-free, and his mother is receiving backlash. The 23-year-old son, Raja K. Morton, is speaking out against his mother, accusing the R&B diva of exploiting his past cancer diagnosis for personal gain and attention. Raja, who openly identifies as part of the LGBTQ community, or as he described it, the alphabet mafia, claimed that while Wyatt has presented herself as supportive in the past, her behavior behind closed doors has been far from that. Joining in on the Put a Finger Down TikTok challenge, Raja posted a video on his Instagram on Friday, September 5th, where he presented the personal prompt, put a finger down if you, as you've seen in the video, were diagnosed with cancer as a teenager and your parent decided to publicly announce your diagnosis for personal gain and attention, but behind the scenes saying that your diagnosis is karma for you being a part of the alphabet mafia. And if they'd known that you were going to turn out like this, they would have kept their money. He then only had 4 fingers remaining with his thumb turned down. Social media has much to say. This is disgraceful. I am gagged. Not Keke liking the gays, child. I'm sorry her son had to go through that. Shaking my head. Another person remarked, this is real crazy. I'm sorry to hear this, Raja. I'm gagging. I didn't know this was your mother. Keke Wyatt has yet to respond to Raja's claim. I guess he was diagnosed back in 2017. Wyatt revealed her son's cancer prognosis in an emotional Instagram video, asking fans for prayers as she prepared to shave her head in solidarity. And right now, I feel like crying because that's just a lot. I haven't really said too much about my personal life, but my child has been fighting cancer and lost all of their hair that they loved. It hurts me so bad. She wrote at the time, I need a complete healing for my baby. Her mother, brother, and aunt shaved their heads as well. A year later, the R&B diva's Atlanta star shared that Raja had officially beaten cancer. No more cancer. Where she and Raja opened up about his diagnosis and treatment journey. Wyatt recalled noticing the first signs of her son's illness during a trip to an amusement park. When she saw him struggling to walk, soon after, he began losing weight at a concerning rate. And because I was dying, I was literally dying. And we didn't know, Raja chimed in and recalled. Following blood work and Nothing in This World, singer recalled receiving a devastating phone call from his doctor confirming her worst fear. I said, what it is, like cancer or something? And she said, yes. Honey, my butthole fell on the ground. My throat hit my butt with my butt hit the floor. I couldn't believe it, she said. When doctors confirmed it was leukemia, the singer admitted her teeth began chattering in shock. Wyatt also remembered the terrifying seizures Raja suffered while in the hospital. Whenever something happens with you, the whole hospital pops up at your door. And she told her son, everybody had something to do on you. That was the scariest crap I ever been through in my life. If there was ever a time in my life where I would lose my mind, that would be the day. That's a lot, y'all. This man, as a teenager, his body was dying and attacking him. You have to deal with so much mental anguish that's going on, just to turn right back around and say that you got it because you're gay. I hate that for him. Now, whenever, I think it was last year, when Kiki Wyatt, or maybe the year before, she had a reality show, Kiki's World. We saw her mother be homophobic, saying homosexuality is wrong and all that stuff. I remember it from Chef Don Don, his channel. Shout out to him. Shout out to Scotty by Nature. I know I mentioned him earlier. Go to their channels, please. And that's when we first heard her spewing out her hate. You mean to tell me your biggest gripe with your son after battling for his life is about his sexuality that has nothing to do with you? So we might as well just say that you were performative on camera if you could say that to him. T.S. Madison said, you can be anything, a murderer, whatever, blah, 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 but say you're gay, all hell breaks loose, especially in the black community. My prayers is for Mr. Wyatt, or whatever his last name is. I hope that you find the strength and the courage to heal Move on from them and anyone that has a problem with you. Do you, just like she's doing herself. How in the world were you trying to pastor in a church and you're spewing out hate? More power to you, sir. Godspeed to you. Not more power speed. Godspeed to you, sir. I want you to heal from it. Let your mom and the rest of your family deal with their own sins. Because they're going to have to deal with it. They're going to have to be accountable for that. And God is not going to say that he's well pleased by spewing that type of mess out. Fight with your mamas if you think I'm wrong. Okay. So now we're going to move on to whom I feel are the downtrodden. Public figures. Two individuals decided that they were going to attack the people that actually support them in their attempt to try to read certain people. They ended up insulting others, which is a whole big fan base of both of them. We're going to talk about Funky Dineva, and we're going to talk about Miss Kelli Price. Since I mentioned him first, we're going to talk about him. So this week, he decided to come and read the people that have been talking about him over this whole Tamar situation. And somehow he decided to insult the working class people because he's a rich white woman. He decided to come after that whole population, that whole tier type of workers out there, all to read some haters. Take a look at this clip. So Funky Dineva has no better reads than that. That's a shame, sir. That is a shame. That is a shame. You thought it was so necessary, that ego, that pride, and yet that arrogance sprouted up, that you decided to insult a working class. You knew what you said was going to be nasty. You knew people were going to be offended. I first seen it on Twitter. Shout out to Mr. Carlos Harris. I was like, oh. I didn't even know he said it at the time. And then later on, I seen a video from House of Aaron. He's on YouTube. Shout out to him. Y'all go to his channel. And he played the video. And I said, my God. Well, as I said in my last video and soundbite concerning him, and I think I even tweeted it out, he's not someone that I can really respect. He's a pioneer of this whole content creating, a public figure, and still stuck in the early 2000s. His mentality has not shifted. I understand you want to get back at folk that had such damaging things to say, but I don't understand it. You act like you say you're up here and they're down there. You don't have to worry about clocking in nowhere. I have no respect for people that have 9 to 5s. What in the world when they are your fan base? The 9 to 5ers, as Aaron, House of Aaron did say, those 9 to 5ers are the ones that are helping pay your bills. You need people to watch your content, Negro. And those are the ones that you decided to come up against. Because you're a step and fetch for people that you need to be connected to as far as in the celebrity world. Meaning this, even though the black women celebrities who really dog you out and don't respect you and don't respect your sexuality, you'll hang on to them and won't even call them out. And then you steadily, you were at least saying, I was at the point of, let's sit down, Tamar, so we can figure out what went wrong. That's where I was set up at. And I still think, she said that she wasn't going to be friends with you. I don't think that's, yeah. The working class you used to help make a point to Fox Soul when they didn't want to give into your demands, rich white woman. And then why are you throwing dinglings in people's faces? This isn't 2005. Who cares that you got a man now? Who effing cares? They're a dime a dozen. You live in Atlanta. It's dingling are us up there. And somehow you think these basic, dumb, low-class reads, elitism, that you want to be an elitist? Because you made it to another tier bracket? And I guess your man pays for this and that, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. But you needed us to get you there. How dare you? And you're dumb. And I mean that. Monique said it best. You're a dummy. I don't be like cursing on here, but you're a dummy. So hopefully the working class falls back from you. Again, if you can't read people better than that, and then I went on House of Aaron again and you doubled down on it like you really said something profound in your dumb read that you knew was going to offend people. You're dumb at this point. I don't have respect for you. I did defend you, and I still stand by how I felt about this whole Tamar situation. I do. Because I know how to still call out wrongs and rights despite not really liking your tail. And I know that I'm just one person, a little speck, but you are crazy. So turn your back on the black folks that are actually supporting you and allowing you to have the lifestyle that you have. Those tables can turn. And I'm seeing a lot of arrogant people sprouting up in the midst of an administration that's trying to take you down. So, laugh today. You can cry tomorrow. Miss Kelli Price, who's already a nasty spirited woman, thought it was really kosher to talk about black women in particular and called them nasty and saying you're going to lose your jobs, your DEI hires, in a way to try to clap back. You just end up insulting a bunch of people that are a class of people that are supporting you. That you take a look at this clip. You're saying that you're going to still have a job, but you want to clown someone over an administration that is trying to snuff out the black race, and you think you're going to be filling stadiums with whom? Those same black people gotta still fund your career. Two stupid clowns that God has given them these platforms. And all it takes is one, it's gone. You think because you still have a singing ability that God is going to continue to open doors for you. That's not how it works. Your gift does make room for you, but your character is what's going to keep you out of doors, lady. You are mad over people still talking about your weight. You've been fatter than I've been on this planet. This is not a dig, but we're coming into reality. You've been fat forever. And this is the sword you want to lie on, is to insult your people that's paying for your house and everything else that you got. Y'all relying too much on your gift that God gave you in the first place. Y'all are so crazy. Y'all are so crazy. Two black fools that I don't need to support. You can support them if you want to. I don't want to support them. They are fools. You reap what you sow, Funky Dineva. You reap what you sow, Kelli Price. I was supposed to give you Mel and Martell. I'll give it to you in another video. Oh, I talked too much today. I do apologize. Please tell me your thoughts on all the subjects and topics that I've talked about. Let me know how you feel. Like this video, subscribe, stay tuned. This will what Mel and Martell got going on will be a soundbite. It won't be as long as this video. So I again appreciate you for coming to my channel. Like this video. Stay tuned for Love and Marriage Huntsville tomorrow, and then also Heart and Hustle Houston is back, and we'll be covering them on tomorrow, and looking for some more videos. Until the next one, peace.